Opening my reading of books on evil in 1446, I selected 10 books as my working books for the next year. I may add some as the month goes along. Drums of Tophet, Volume 1, Issue 2 by Agony's Point Press, and the Despoiled Oracle, SF Field Reports by Bartok Lycus, will probably be what I use in composing my next spring equinox ceremony. Order of Nine Angles manuscripts, selections from 1992 to 2013, revised, compiled by Hagur, the Grand Hierophant of S.P.T.O, will be considered in constructing the next myth for the cross quarter of May. Bluebird by Temple of Blood will be the basis of my summer solstice rite. Satan to Ahriman by Dastur Adam Daniels, the Abyssal Bible by Reverend Cain, and the Satanic Kerygma by LCF-NS seem like they will affect the practices of the cross quarter of August. The Gray State by Matangi Maya is set to influence the event of the fall equinox. The Epistles of Lord Satan by Margargle Schlad will be used in producing the seasonal for the cross quarter of November, but we will not discuss that book here. Gjallarhorn, Journal of Germanic Esotericism, Issue 1, Volume 2, by Agony's Point Press, will have aspects put into the winter solstice observances, left-hand path sorcery rituals, and teachings of Satanic Gnostics, teachings of Voodoo, Quimbanda, left-hand path Tao, and Santa Meurte, the Lilin Society by Asha Shedim. Seems like it will be reflected off in the forming of what may be done on the night of the February cross quarter. Satan to Ahriman gives a rundown of the Church of the Four Majesties and prompts us to consider how one becomes a Satanist and what might one do to be different beyond New Age. Drums of Tophet, Volume 1, Issue 2, is probably the only text of the new books that completely gets you into an end times mood. It talks about developing your psychic abilities and ritual breakthrough to a spiritual death in life as well. The Gjallarhorn, Volume 1, Issue 2, talks about spiritual weapons and working of a collective force, which connects to older than our cultures and draws forth what will cause the rising of those who manifest them again. The Despoiled Oracle, SF Field Reports, is a series of fables to direct the goal of rising satanic control of the world, which requires working out the individual and collective lifestyle. The Gray State addresses the alien side of the development and direction of humanity, but from a more spiritual side than the ancient aliens people. Left-hand path sorcery goes into associations with the darkness and multicultural rituals to work towards results inside the practitioner and their environment. The Satanic Kerygma, like the other works by the author, comes up with a satanic version of the biblically based churchy forms. This time it is evangelism for something personal and beyond dead references. The Abyssal Bible is not as obvious in its counter-religion. It comes off as a void worship with a touch of Wicca, and understanding that not all entities and paths are the same for everyone. O&A Manuscripts offers some ritual advice and a role for it all in yourself and how to expose society to it. Bluebird continues where Iron Gates left off in a society decades after global disaster, rebuilding with a consciously satanic military. And if I add to it, you will see individual programs on what I add to my reading list, as well as mentioned in the closing of the month program.